Hey, we back. Um, it's
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 um
okay. Sure. I think we're finally back. Let's see. Guys, apologies. I had to update my OBS. Things are a little bit haywire at the moment. So as you can see, even the title is a bit off. So let me change that quickly. Um, yeah, first episode. And we welcome back everybody. Okay, oops. Ta-da. Right, there we go. Well, I can't see who's here and who's not here, but anyway, welcome to another episode of the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. And welcome back to season 5 of the B Rock RC Show. So I wanted this to just be a little but they're just a casual podcast, just a little catch-up session, let you guys know what's been going on, what you may or may not expect from the show this season, and also just to put the name out there, man. Put my get back into the game, let you guys know that things are finally back on track, and that the podcast is live now and we are back. So hope everybody will join in on this season and let us know how it goes. So if you are watching, please leave us a comment. Let me know who's here, who's not here. I'd love to know who's coming back. So quickly, as you might have noticed, my page has been hacked. The B-Rock RC Show page has been hacked, and I ask you guys to please report the page. Please report the posts. We want to try and get that page shut down because it's posting explicit content, which is unnecessary and which I do not approve of and I do not like. And I've tried to reach out to Facebook to get it banned, get back the page, get back ownership of the page, but it's just not working. They're just not interested. So I really don't know what's going on there. Also, if you guys could let me know, like, how's the stream looking? Is it okay? Um, like what's going on because I got no clue. Nobody's really chatting anymore. Um, so yeah, just let me know if you're around. Even if you don't stay on for a while, just come in, say hi, say how's it, and you can run away again. Um, Let me know if the audio is okay, and then I can at least. Oops. Oh, that's better. Sorry, my mouse is a little bit wonky here. Let's see if I can get more people to join in. Sorry, I'm just sharing the live now. So how's things going? How has the last year been treating you guys? Has it been good? What have you been up to? Well, I mean, I kind of know what you guys have been up to. I've been keeping a keen eye. I've been keeping a watch on the the going on in the world, and yeah, so much has happened, and it's really nice to see how things have been progressing. There we go. Okay, right, right. Now I can focus once again. So, welcome everybody for joining in to the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. I'm your host, I'm your boy, Bob Rock, as you all know me, and I hope you will keep on joining me for the next season of the B Rock RC Show. I apologize for the low quality of the camera and lighting. Things have not particularly been too good in the past year, but not to worry. Things are definitely going to improve. We're going to get a better camera, we're going to get a better mic, and definitely some better lighting. Also, I'll sort out my OBS and make sure that it's tip top once again, so that I'm able to do much better um, uh, content for you guys. I know you guys will appreciate that. I'm just not sure when that will happen, so please bear with me and we'll make this happen. So, to catch up, or to rather to catch you up on the goings on, um, yeah, so last year I started, as you guys know, started with the podcast again and tried to keep it going. However, things just didn't work out. I was busy with my studies, so I had to make sure that that was okay and sorted out. So I had to put a pause on things and just focus on the studies and make sure everything's okay there. And so I didn't just put a pause uh, on drifting, but also the podcast and a lot of other things that I was involved with. I had to just put a pause on it, like I said. Focus on the studies, got that done and over with. I'm quite happy that I did it. No regrets there. And it all worked out. So now that we're back with the um, regular activities, at least I can focus again on the podcast and bringing you guys a show that I know many of you like and watch, and I know you guys like the interaction, and I appreciate it as well because it was really fun. Um, so I still got my trusty book here, of course, and where I make all my notes and what's going on, and let's see, just to catch up a little bit. Wow, this has been a long while because the last time I was supposed to do an episode, that was back when Wrap Up Next was releasing Wrap Up Next was releasing the conversion kit for the RDX. Um, Same, DS Racing was releasing a new Kansei conversion kit. Team Jordan or the Beast Mode kit as well. Then a smaller guy by the name of Carbon Fury, they were releasing a conversion kit for the MD1. Some very nice iterations of those of the decks, which they've labeled a flame deck. I believe they had like about three different versions, like a lightweight, a flex, and then something a little bit more fancy, which was the flame deck. So that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, you can see how, I mean, just by that, you can tell how far behind I was. Um, but there's something that I can touch on, and maybe perhaps this is an interesting topic to talk about in for the new year. And I know towards the end of last year, the topic came about of um, track etiquette. So, guys, a track etiquette is highly important whenever you're visiting any track around the country, wherever you are. There's no need for you to be arrogant or whatever. The track is there for everybody to use, and it's there for everybody to enjoy. So, in order for the track to be around more and for the track to be in tip-top shape and have all the facilities working nicely, have it presented well, everything's looking good, it's not broken. There's certain rules that need to be in place. Now, nobody is above those rules that each track sets, and I'm sure the track owners themselves, um, they gotta also lead by example. And if if they don't lead by example, then who else? I mean, they will exactly show you uh, what it is to, or what kind of etiquette you need to have on the track. Obviously, it's in their best interest. However, however, people, it's 2024. Let's leave the hate, let's leave the arrogance, leave the goody two-shoe attitudes, leave the funny attitudes all at home. Leave it at the door before you enter the track, please. Rob, what's happening, my man? Thanks so much for joining, dude. Yeah. I am back. We definitely gonna doll this up a little bit more, gonna make it look a little better. I'm just currently using a laptop, the inbuilt camera, but not to worry, eventually we're going to sort things out. So I'm just asking to bear with me just a little bit, but we definitely gonna make changes. I think the main thing is that for me to just get back into the podcast, you know? So, um, and so for now, for this episode, it's just a little casual chat, just a catch-up session. And then quickly, I just wanted to touch on track etiquette, which I think is very important going into the new year. And one of the things I've always maintained when it comes to the track, being at the track and having the old and the new interacting with each other, and also integrating the new guys into the track, is all to always encourage and not discourage. The idea behind that, I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's important that this point is repeated. The idea behind encourage and discourage is to create longevity in the hobby, which turns into a longer lasting track, which means that the facility to the facility for this hobby that we love so much stays longer, lasts longer, and will be there for the newer generations to come. So at the same time, we got to be a little bit responsible when we are encouraging, and the new guys, all your new guys, you also got to be a little bit more um, tolerant and a little bit more open-minded into listening to advice, uh, paying attention and abiding by the rules. They are there in place. It's not there to make you conform or to control you. The rules are there for a reason. It's either to uh, keep things in check, keep things in order, meaning that you will have a better time. It's also there for your safety as well, so that nobody gets hurt, nobody accidentally damages other drivers' equipment, which obviously means you'll be liable for, for those damages and whatever the case may be. So please, guys, track etiquette. Let's try and improve on the track etiquette and make sure that the track that we go to is still there by the time, and still in one piece by the time we leave the track. It's very, very important. And another thing I'd like to say to the new guys coming in, and also some of you old guys, just because the track don't belong to you, or just because it's somebody else and it looks big and it looks fancy and it looks like they're making tons of money, it doesn't mean, and it doesn't give you the right to do what you want to do, say what you want to say, and act how you want to act. Most of these tracks make a very, very slim profit. They make a small profit and most of that profit is gone into keeping the track running and also keeping the track maintained. So please keep that in mind the next time you visit a track, eh? Um, yeah, so that's been a little bit of a catch up. And once again, thank you to everyone that's joined in just now for the first episode of season 5 of the B-Rock RC show. And it just so happens that today, back in 2020, was the day I actually launched the podcast, and it all started off with uh, as an audio only podcast. I used to host it live on Facebook, audio only, and slowly, very very slowly, it progressed from there. You know, to be honest, I thought I would be a lot more ahead with the podcast in terms of the quality of how I want it presented. Uh, but look, I've had a few setbacks, and I think the one thing I can say is that I haven't let it get me down for too long. And the only reason I wasn't around uh, for the last year, for most of the last year, was because I was busy with my studies. But now that I'm done, I am back. So I'm definitely going to bring you a lot more content, a lot more podcasts. It's definitely going to be on the same day every week, and same time. It's going to be on Mondays at 9:30 CAT, that's Central African Time, or 9:30 South African Time. You guys can just Google and check the time zones or the time difference. Yeah, look, it's difficult to try and reach a massive crowd live because of the different time zones. So I'm hoping that I reach as many people as I can. FPS RC Drift, stay strong, brother. Yes, you too, my man. Thank you so much for joining in the podcast. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you for doing what you do, bro. I really enjoy your content, and I must admit, I take a few tips and tricks away from your content as well. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, keep it going, man. I really, really enjoy your content, and thank you for joining. Also, to those who have just joined or who have been watching so far, please, if you could like and subscribe to this channel of mine so that you'll be notified whenever I go live. Because the show is now solely going to be hosted on YouTube. Yeah, ever since my page got hacked, I just I've lost all motivation to put the show back onto Facebook. Um, I mean, yeah, I did start another page with the same name, but I just don't have the heart anymore. And I think YouTube would be a better option for me to live stream. So you're just gonna catch me here. It You'll notice that the setup is a bit different to how I usually host my podcast. Not to worry though, I'm gonna fix it up. The OBS updated, which I didn't realize, and it's all gonna be good. So the next time you see me, you're gonna have a very, very different show. FES says, much love. We all in this together. Thanks, bro. Yes, we are. We definitely, definitely are. Um, so I do have a few things lined up for this year. And obviously, one of the things is to be much more involved in RC drifting this year, get back in it. I really, really miss the drifting. Um, Ibrahim Hussein, hey, what's up, AB? The RC Drift King. Hardly, bro, hardly. I am no Drift King, not at all, not in the least, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, so I've got a few things I got planned. One is to try and get the maximum potential out of my ZX chassis. So I'm going to be spending a bit of time tuning the chassis up, working on a few different things, just seeing the effects as we usually do, and making sure that I can get that ZX running exactly how I want it to. Then with that, obviously, it's a new year, so naturally we want a new body shell. So I've been working on an HPI Vertex Ridge GZX 100. Um, I mastered it. So if you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you would have seen that I posted a few pictures there. I'm happy with the cut. It came out nice and clean. The masking came out it came out just right. I did spend a bit of time. I took my time with the masking, make sure I did it right. If it wasn't looking right how I wanted it, I redid it, and it came out. It's not perfect, but for me, and given how I've done bodies before, it came out perfect. I actually should have brought the body here with me, but it's in my other room. Not to worry, we'll leave a little bit to chat about next week. Um, so where was I? Oh yeah, new body, JZX. So I laid down my main coat. Uh, I'm going for a Corsa gray. Perhaps I shouldn't have revealed the color. Yeah, anyway, you're gonna see it. So Corsa gray as the main color there. And next I'm going to be doing is all the highlight colors. Well, when I say all the highlight colors, it's really just one highlight color. But I'm taking my time with this. I want to do it a little bit more detailed. I think I've learned all the tricks. I've learned all the tips, and I'm much more confident in my building now. So just wait and see. And wait you want some accessories to come, then you guys are gonna enjoy this one. Then then my secret project, which I'm gonna gonna reveal, which is not such a big secret anymore. So I'm actually, I've seen a few FPV projects out there. There's one guy, I believe he's from New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken, who's done or who has an FPV drift chassis, and he's done it very, very successfully. So what I want to do is actually the same thing, and it's not to copy what he's doing, but I was quite inspired by what he had done, and I would like to do the same. So I'm gonna be setting up another chassis as an FPV chassis. So I just need to remember who that guy was and then get in contact with him just to get a few ideas because I do like how he connected the camera in such a way that it turns. Obviously, he sat it on a body, on a scale figurine, and it moves left and right. So I just want to get his thoughts and ask him like how he went about it. Did he did he connect it to the servo, or is it connected on a micro servo, or how has he done that? But in terms of the other accessories, I have that on the way. That should be arriving either tomorrow or the day after. So at least that's going to give me something to do. So I think it's going to be quite interesting to see how that works and to make that work. So yeah, for now, those are the three things. Those are the three things that I've got going on. So it's a new body to finish up, work on this, tune up the ZX chassis a little bit more, and the FPV project. So I'll definitely be doing a series about the FPV project and the progress and how's it going and the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. So I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy that, but as well. And I hope you guys will join me on that journey to see what it's like. Um, which brings me to another point is we got to ask ourselves, what is the next step for RC drifting and where is it going? How is RC drifting going to be evolving next? Where do you see RC drifting going? Do you see it staying in sort of the same format and just electronics getting a much more advanced, or how do you see things progressing, or how do you see RC drifting evolving in the future? So let me know in the comments, and then we can have a quick chat about that. One thing I do hope is that someone picks up the slack with regards to um, the World Championship. We are desperately missing a World Championship. Look, I know Super G Drift, they announced a uh, world championship, but I'm not sure if it's like worlds, or do they mean like in the, in the American terms when they have a world championship or World Series. So I think I'll have a chat with Steve from Super G and just get his comments about that. FES, let's see. I see lots of interesting ideas with regards to chassis. For example, the LP86. That's a good point. Look, the LP86 has been in R&D for quite a while, and as you know, D-Like and Yoshizawa-san, he uh, he developed that and eventually he started producing it, and it's all in production at the moment. I'm not sure if all of it has been shipped already, but I know that it is in production. Well, I mean, you can order it, so I suppose it is ready. Um, so I was quite interested in the design and just taking into account and just thinking about how uh, and what like the design of it. I'm not quite sure how to put it. Um, Only to realize that from other listening to other more experienced people in the game, guys who've been around much longer, that that particular design has already been done, and it's something that we've seen in on-road racing. So I thought that was interesting. But as you all know, they really get into the R&D of the chassis, and the considering the chassis that they produce, like the Evol and the RER hybrid, so it only stands to reason that they wouldn't just use that format just like that. So he added his own spin, and from the running videos, I mean, that thing looks amazing. So and it appears to be quite affordable. So it might well be a really good beginner chassis to have a crack at, or just for a bash. I don't know. Might be a good idea for, or perhaps it could become um, a track rental. So perhaps track owners could look into that. Let's see. Yeah, World Championship. We have a UK Championship this year. Yes, well done to you guys out in the UK for putting that together. Um, I don't know a lot of details about it, although I would like to just keep an eye out and get in touch with the guys, with the main guys that's organizing it, just to just to stay in the know, not really to steal any ideas or try and get involved in it, but really just to be informed about how's it going, how's it being organized, um, and I think you guys are doing a fantastic job of hosting that UK Championship. I know a lot of people are actually quite keen on it, and a lot of and it's nice to see that they're having a big championship like that this year, considering that um, competitions actually dipped quite a bit in the UK from my conversations with people last year and the year before. I think people really didn't enjoy the competition, and it was actually turning people away, which was very interesting. But anyhow, it's nice to see that you guys are doing it again. Our opening event this coming weekend, 4 days of drifting. That's crazy. 4 days of drifting. That's madness. If I could, I would fly up there just to participate. Not even to win anything, try and win anything, just to come up and drift, man. You guys are doing fantastic there. Really, really proud of all the drifters out in the UK. Just keep it up, man. Keep that fire burning. Keep it going. And who knows, maybe one day you will see me. I'll come and visit, do a little tour there. I think it'll be awesome. Um, so yeah, guys, I think I shall call it for today. It was just meant to be just a little intro sort of um, catch up podcast just to let you know that hey, I am around. The B-Rock RC show is going on. It is back. So you guys are gonna see me much, much more often. Thank you all once again for joining in on the B-Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. This is your boy Bob Rock signing out. Peace.